Hi, it's Dr. Royce, the Mystical Professor. Hope everybody's doing well after Memorial Day weekend. Come on here to talk to you about the power of penetrating the facts. There's power in occupying that state. Remember, you got to be in it to activate it, like I told you on Sunday evening. And this is the same similar thing I'm going to talk about, other than the fact that we can penetrate the facts. And that's a fact, because what we assume to be true is true. So you just have to embody the state and assume, boldly assume, that you have that which you desire. I don't care what the problem is. I don't care what the circumstances are. I don't know. I don't care what you went through, what circumstances occurred in order for you to be at the juncture you're at right now. And you want out of it. You want out of it, right? You've been imprisoned in a sense. All you have to do is penetrate the facts. The ark was actually about the overloading of facts. We're bombarded by facts day in and day out, but guess what? Facts change. That's the one thing that I can guarantee and promise you: change. Everything can change. People can change. Circumstances can change. Facts can change. Okay? That being said, we are not creatures of circumstances, but however, circumstances are creatures of men. Okay? Men are not creatures of circumstances. Men are what it is these circumstances are creatures of men. What do I mean by that? Just like I said, all these circumstances are a result of men's thinking and doing. Okay? So Neville had experienced another world. He always went to other worlds, other terrestrial worlds, because you are having a human experience. Like I said, your consciousness, you are an immortal being. So that being said, your consciousness, your imagination is God, and it lives forever. You don't remember. You have amnesia. But exercising your imagination powerfully to create that which you desire will help you reach or experience the promise. I can promise you that, because I know what I'm talking about, because I've experienced a lot. I've had a lot of mystical experiences. Like I told you, I don't care if the whole world stood up in opposition. I know the truth of spiritual intelligence. I know that I'm exercising the power in me. I've reclaimed my power, and I utilize my power day in and day out. And I'm beseeching you to do the same. And I'm here to help you accomplish that a lot faster than I ever did, because I would come on here and listen to Neville's lectures, read all his books, and then go try and figure it out, because I knew that he repeatedly said to be a doer and not just a hearer. Wherever the sole of the foot shall tread, so too will you be. That will be given unto you. In my house there are many mansions. I go and make a place for you. That is what those scriptures mean. That wherever the sole of your tread shall be, you too, it will be given unto you. So too will you be. Okay? He's gone and made a place for you. Okay? That's what those scriptures mean. So it's already been done for you. Once you go in and penetrate the fact and occupy the state of consciousness that you choose to experience, whether it's being poor, whether it's being rich, and you embody all of the tones of reality, you embody that state with all the tones of reality, thinking, feeling, doing, seeing, being it, and thinking, and however you choose to do that, whatever method or technique you choose, that's entirely up to you, because it has to be comfortable and natural for you. Neville was the goat of imagination. He was the goat of the promise. Nobody, and I mean nobody, that I know of has ever had the same mystical experiences that he has. And that's why I'm coming on here, because I am choosing to experience the same exact mystical experiences that he shared with you in his especially in his latest lectures before he left this segment of time. Because he said in his lecture about penetrating the facts, he had an out-of-body experience, and he was brought to another world, terrestrial, just like this. And he realized at that moment that feeling was a secret, because he was cataleptic on his bed, and he couldn't open his eyes. So he decided to feel his way back into his body. He imagined himself, because he knew he was in another world, that he was in a dream in a sense. So he imagined himself feeling feeling his wife's body next to him. And as he did, his eyes open. He first started feeling his fingers, and then his eyes open. Okay, that's when he realized through that experience that feeling is the secret. Okay, some people are not good at feeling. We have 5 senses. Sometimes they say we have 6 or 7. You have to go try it for yourselves. Okay, I told you that I do it all. I script, I visualize, I meditate, I have inner conversations, I affirm. I choose all of it because I want to embody the state of consciousness that I choose to experience to resolve any situation that I'm not in agreement with, which is a lot better than trying to force this or force that, because you could generate or create more problems, and then you have to try and figure your way out. Because that's what we've been taught to think. I'm telling you this, the secret of imagining is the most optimal method to resolve any kind of conflict or problem that exists. Prove me wrong. So as you're going and forcing it, see what results, and then try it the other way and see what results. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I've been doing this for 7 years. I'm going to use the powerhouse, which is this. I told you the power of an awakened imagination, the power of the silence, the power of, now I'm telling you, penetrating the facts. Circumstances don't matter. He even said that in his lecture. I don't care how or what occurred to put you in the situation or predicament you're currently in. What would you be seeing, thinking, feeling, experiencing if that problem no longer exists or the solution was already a fact? Penetrate that fact. That's your beginning, the end, the solution. And it's already occurred because, like I've told you time and time again, creation is finished. And that was in the same lecture. Neville realized he was on a pillar of some type in the middle of a body of water that used to support something, possibly a bridge, a building. I don't know. He didn't know either. He realized then that he was physically touching and seeing even an animal on the shore that kind of made him panic. He realized that it's all finished. You could be in the year 3000. You can go back to the year 1000. He proved that time and time again. Okay? I know it sounds crazy, but that's because he experienced the promise. He had 5 different in-depth mystical experiences where his head shook, and all these mystical experiences occurred in so many days apart. He recorded them all and wrote them down, and this information exists. You can look it up, so I'm not making it up. He thought after he experienced the birth from a skull that was the only mystical experience like that he was going to ever have, and then he found out there are 4 more. The climax is Jesus Christ. You're awake. You realize that you are Jesus Christ, and we know that Jesus Christ is in us. Do you not realize that Jesus Christ is in you, unless of course you failed to miss the point, okay, or miss the test? Do you not realize that Jesus Christ is in you, unless of course you failed to meet the test, okay? That being said, you have to find that out for yourself. You have to exercise the Savior in you, and you do that by exercising your imagination. Like I tell you over and over again, the man didn't go to the moon first. The thought preceded the moon. We are always ahead of our evidence. There's your proof right there. Everything that exists was always on this planet here that you're living on was first imagined. The clothes you're wearing, the house over here, the airplane going by. You get my point. The driveway, it was first imagined. My necklace, my makeup, my hair, it was all first imagined, and then the evidence followed. So to answer someone else's question, recently they asked me about the Trichon process. I don't believe in religion. That's a man-made construct. That's a form of Jewish religion. I was raised a devout Catholic. I've said that repeatedly. I attended parochial schools. I was baptized a Catholic. My mother is a devout Catholic even to this day. I pride myself in following the Bible. To me, it's a manifestation guide. I follow Neville. I pray the Neville way, and I have more success in doing so, and that's what I'm on here sharing. I created most of my subliminals from that perspective. You can see that if you read the affirmations, because I always tell you that you're the creative power, you are the operant power, that you're the God of your reality. That's all from Neville. And he proved that. Science has proven it. So that's the two-slit experiment method proved that. They didn't even, there's also a team of doctors, I think there were 7 of them, so they were about to perform surgery on an individual, and instead they decided to imagine the person being healed. And the person, they didn't have to do the surgery, the person was healed by their thoughts. I'm not making this up. Neuroplasticity and the Power of Metaphors, written by Dr. Schwartz and Sharon Begley, The Mind, the Brain. Go see it and read it for yourselves. You Are the Placebo by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'm here to share science, I'm here to share experience, and I'm here to share the Bible as well as Neville Goddard with you, the Neville Goddard way, because I know it works, and he was ahead of his time, and he knew that eventually science would prove what he was saying. And people would think he was crazy all the time when he would say, imagine the wish fulfilled, embody and penetrate the fact. You're unemployed and you want to be employed, see yourself and employed and see what it results. In the lecture that I was just referring to, a gentleman wanted a promotion, and he told him, okay, if you were in that promoted position, what would you be doing? What office would you be in? What would be your tasks? What would be the duties and responsibilities of that position? As a result, the man did exactly what Neville told him. He imagined himself in that promoted position. As a result, he was able to be promoted into the exact position that he aspired to be in. Also, another case study that he mentioned was a woman had a brother that she felt was innocent that was incarcerated. So he asked her, what would he do? Where would he go if you saw him? So she prayed for him. It only took her 3 days, and he was released for whatever reason. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Circumstances don't matter. Manifestations are not logical. Get in it. The power of penetrating the facts. Go in it. Go into the wish fulfilled. Embody that state. What would you be thinking, feeling, doing, seeing? And sit there with pleasure over and over until you reach satisfaction and impotence results. That the end is your beginning, and that is how you resolve any issue that you're having in your life, my friends. I love you. I care about you. If you're experiencing resistance, take your attention off that resistance. I've said this before, and I'm saying it again. Or tell yourself, I never experienced resistance. I always get what I want in less than 3 days. Resistance? No, I don't have any resistance. I told you the other day, I gave an example of why I want to create a group praying for one another in a members only group, because I say there's less resistance, because they can't put up all this nonsense and think against it. Basically opposing thoughts, contradicting thoughts. You get my point. They're creating their own resistance. They're looking for it and saying, oh no, it's not possible. My mom does that. No, that's not possible. No, that's not possible. Yes, all things are possible to he or she, the God within you. You are a God. You're having a human experience. You don't remember. You were chosen in him before the foundation of the world, and I'm here to help you awaken from that sleep state and be the God that you are. Reclaim all your power back. You don't need anybody. You don't need a social background. You don't need anything. Whatever it is that you desire, penetrate the facts, embody that state. What would you be thinking, feeling, doing, seeing, and reside there. Ignore what you're seeing. Move about in your day and remind yourself that it's already done. You already have that which you desire. So there is no resistance. Even if you have resistance, guess what? I still manifest. Even if I have fears, doubts, and worries, like I told you. No, I'm still getting what I want because I'm that powerful. Don't let it, that's your ego stepping in. Ignore it. The thing is, if you penetrate the fact and embody the state of consciousness that you want to experience, guess what? It has the universe and everything contained in it, like I told you, has no choice but to conform. And guess what? Make it a fact. Make your imaginal acts become facts. All right? It's been proven scientifically. Neville proved it. I'm telling you from my own experiences, 7 years of studying and countless years of knowing about the mind, the brain, power, mental force. You don't need anybody but yourself, okay? All right, remember to comment, share, like, and subscribe. And if you have any recommendations or suggestions, fire away. And this is Dr. Sorois with Mystical Professor. You have yourself a great week. Take care.